Turn, and the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Throwing to start the drive. Kavanaugh, he's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. They run up the middle with Bush. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Off the play fake. Kavanaugh. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Getting the ball is Cook running left. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. James Cook, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Commanders take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25.
Commanders 28, Rams 3.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Off play action. Kavanaugh. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day. They're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's again to Cook. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
He'll look to throw. Looking for Lockett, and he's got him working his way free across the middle. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on third down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it 1st and goal.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. They try again with Cook. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. James Cook with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Commanders take advantage of the short field and finish it off with a quick touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
31, Rams 3.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Kavanaugh. He finds Wilson, and he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. That one goes for 30 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Operating from the gun, Kavanaugh. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. From 6 yards away. And the Rams are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. They'll try and throw for it. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Quay Walker. And the Rams are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down, because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backer guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
Here's Cook again. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. They run the counter with Cook. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football. Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Washington on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 9. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here. Got a man that's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, LA! He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And like he knew that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
On the end zone, here comes Williams. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Now that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
Work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. third down. Here's a run by Cook. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Close it out.
Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. On first down, Kavanaugh. And he can't quite bring it in. Might have heard footsteps there across the middle. Second down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. Good. And my goodness, another interception. It's Tariq Castro Fields who picked it. And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is